we're just doing a match with me as the Hawks against the Suns, the Phoenix Suns. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm trying to do something. I have to fix my mic.
So Phoenix will get the first possession. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the 3.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not.
Millsap attacking. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. T.J. Warren had a very interesting start to his NBA career. Spent most of the first half in the D-League. In the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
Bledsoe against T. Here's Len, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Len's got his first bucket in this one.
And talking about TJ, guys, he put up a few interesting numbers towards the end of last season. Shot 64% from the field in March. Had 18 points in one game, 17 in another. The last game of the year, he chips in with 6 assists. So now it's up to him to put it all together on a more consistent basis.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Poke loose. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And, you know, getting back to TJ, yes, he needs to improve his shooting range. But what I'd like to see are major improvements on defense. I mean, he shows active hands when he's near the ball, but he can also be a bit lazy as a defender and gambles and reaches too much. That won't get it done at this level.
A nice shot by Knight. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thank you, Doris. Count the bucket. The Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Knight, that's a two-pointer. That one off the back iron and out.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Again, the miss by Knight.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
For the Hawks, Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Stolen by Warren. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Here's Schroeder.
There we go.
Battles through traffic and lays it in. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Hawks?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones
kind of
that
sick,
way.
guys.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. So for the Suns, Lures checked in for Alex Len. Mirza Teletovic comes in for T.J. Warren, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Brandon Knight. Atlanta also making some changes here. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kyle Korver. Here's Teletovic. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Clock at 4. Bledsoe, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Ronnie Price has checked in for Booker, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Splitters checked in. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the game.
And one thing that Phoenix had for them last season was depth. A very good bench, and they provided a good scoring punch when called upon. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Sefolosha's shot is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Well, Phoenix did have a strong bench, best scoring bench in the NBA in terms, Clark, of points per minute play.
Yeah, and you know, it really helped them, that bench strength, keep the pace of the game up. They were third in the league in fast break points last year. One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player, and that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role. You know, but he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, you know, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell.
Now, here's Price. He kicks it to Lure, and stolen by Splitter. Here's Hardaway. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Lure, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, this has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number.
Fuck.
This early.
And here's the fast break. Price leading the way. A nice shot by Tucker.
Ronnie Price delivering a nice dime.
Now here's Schroeder. That will count. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. The Suns up. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases, or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. Right. So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Suns.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Warren is out there with Chandler. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Booker in at shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Fades and shoots. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The shot by Knight, no good. The Hawks trail by 3. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Puts up the baby hook. And the shot by Warren, no good. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Tucker. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
And it's Schroeder missing.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in a game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
And Phoenix making a change here. Lenz checked in.
Wow.
Then for the Hawks.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
The Suns have gone 1 of 3 at the line here. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
To the paint, trying to find Chandler. He's got it now, and he gets the bucket. And the Suns lead by 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Whoa.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
Oh, my God.
And here's Phoenix stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And he gets it to go.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
You know, talking about Brandon Knight, part of the reason he's been traded so often is because teams are offering great prospects in return. Detroit dealt him for Brandon Jennings, and Milwaukee dealt him for Michael Carter-Williams.
And the shot by Warren, no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Millsap misses.
Ow.
Suns leading by 10. To the left wing, shoots the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
The Hawks trail by 15. Teague inside the line. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
Oh my God.
Chandler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Knight wide open. Rebound Atlanta.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And stolen by Knight.
I'm looking for some emerald.
Fast break, here come the Suns. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 9.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Scott. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T. Here's Tucker. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Hawks trail by 17. Here's Cephalosha. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Cephalosha's got 6 points.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly.
And so that brings the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. The story early on was Eric Bledsoe, who was on fire. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
The job that guys have done in the post has been terrific. If they get more of that production in the paint next.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Actually, the MLB thing will wait until tomorrow because I'm tired.
Millsap's against Knight.
Almost 2 days.
Uncovered.
I'm tired.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. The Hawks trail by 15.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards.
I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry it was really short, but I'm sorry. The MLB one will be longer, I promise. Alright.